Hi guys, JT here, and here's my top 10 Steam Deck compatible games released in 2022 and 2023 that you should consider in the 2023 Steam Summer Sale. Please note that these games are at least 40% off. So let's get into this. At number 10 we have A Plague Tale: Requiem, a sequel to the 2019 game A Plague Tale: Innocence. The game is an action-adventure game that follows the story of two siblings and their encounters with killer rats. In this sequel, the game expands on the success of its predecessor and establishes its own unique identity. The game begins with the survivors of the first game, Amicia and her younger brother Hugo, fleeing south to France to escape the rat plague. Their mother and her apprentice are concerned about Hugo's curse, which is linked to the rats, and they seek help from a renowned alchemist. However, their journey takes a turn for the worse, plunging them into dangerous situations filled with rats and hostile individuals. Requiem excels in creating contrasts, showcasing vibrant joys and despair in quick succession. The game shines in its medieval setting, character relationships, and the persistent menace of the rats. The gameplay features stealth mechanics, environmental puzzles, and combat encounters. Players must navigate through expansive areas, utilizing tools and crafting materials to distract, stun, blind, or murder enemies. The game introduces new allies and set pieces that add fresh challenges and interactions. While the game's ambition is commendable, it does suffer from a few drawbacks. The broader and more organic systems can sometimes lead to bizarre and unreasonable results. Stealth sections can be finicky, and a single mistake often requires reloading the last checkpoint. However, the game's successes overshadow these shortcomings, offering a full spectrum action-adventure experience that captivates players for approximately 20 hours. One notable aspect of the game is its ability to balance dark and gritty themes with moments of awe and adventure. It takes players through the heights and depths of human experiences, effectively working with children and animals as central characters. In summary, A Plague Tale: Requiem is a masterful sequel that expands upon its predecessor's strengths. With its compelling story, atmospheric setting, and engaging gameplay, it delivers an exceptional action-adventure experience. At number 9 we have LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, an epic adventure game that takes you on a journey through all 9 films of the Star Wars saga. The game features iconic characters, locations, and moments from the films, all reimagined in the playful and charming LEGO style. The gameplay is a mix of platforming, puzzle solving, and combat, with each level offering new challenges and mechanics. You can play as your favorite characters, including Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Rey, and Kylo Ren, each with their own unique abilities and powers. The game also features open world exploration, or rather open galaxy exploration, allowing you to travel to different planets and complete side quests and missions. The game allows you to relive some of the most iconic moments from the films, while also giving you the freedom to explore and create your own adventures. It's a game that encourages imagination, creativity, and most importantly, fun. In short, LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is a must-play adventure game for fans of Star Wars and LEGO. It's a game that's full of humor, charm, and excitement, and it's sure to keep you entertained for hours. There are also different editions available, adding new characters from the Star Wars television series like Mando and Ahsoka. So grab your lightsaber, blaster, and a Wookiee, and get ready for a journey to a galaxy far, far away. At number 8 we have High on Life, a shooter game developed by Justin Roiland, co-author of Rick and Morty. Set in the universe of the animated series, the game offers a bright and humorous adventure that may not appeal to everyone. The game features witty and absurd jokes, along with crude humor, and its reception depends on personal taste for Roiland's style. Despite its shortcomings, High on Life manages to engage players and has received positive reviews. The gameplay revolves around a sociophobic protagonist who must save Earth from an alien drug cartel. Assisted by various characters, including sentient guns with unique abilities, players embark on a humorous and action-packed journey. The game offers a range of weapons and abilities, allowing for entertaining combat and satisfying exploration. While High on Life has its strengths, such as interesting characters, a solid plot, and well-developed world building, it also has some flaws. The game features excessive chatter and intentionally annoying elements that may test players' patience. Additionally, the game's limited number of locations and enemy types may leave players wanting more. Despite its imperfections, High on Life delivers an enjoyable and humorous experience, especially for fans of Rick and Morty. The game showcases the developer's passion and creativity, and although it may not be perfect, it holds promise for future releases from the Roiland team. With its fun shooting mechanics, original voice acting, and developed world detail, High on Life offers an entertaining experience for approximately 8 to 12 hours of gameplay. At number 7 we have The UNCHARTED Legacy of Thieves collection, a story-driven action-adventure game that has made its way to PC. Developed by Naughty Dog and published by PlayStation, the collection includes the fourth game in the series, Uncharted 4, and its standalone expansion, The Lost Legacy. The game revolves around the adventures of Nathan Drake, a self-confessed thief and adventurer, as he hunts for a long-lost treasure. Uncharted 4, released in 2016, received universal acclaim and is considered the perfect ending to Nathan Drake's story. The game follows Drake as he embarks on a final mission of his long-lost brother Sam, leading to a thrilling and spectacular adventure. The gameplay features a mix of action-packed shootouts, stealth sections, and challenging climbing mechanics, which offer a range of puzzles and opportunities to chart your own path. The Lost Legacy, set in India, offers another high-stake adventure from the perspective of Chloe and Nadine. The relationship between the two characters is well written and provides a fresh perspective on the Uncharted universe. The gameplay includes driving sections in a jeep, free-form exploration, and intense combat encounters. On PC, the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection looks better than ever, with improved graphics and performance. It remains one of the best action-adventure games in the genre, offering a thrilling and immersive experience. Whether you're playing it for the first time or revisiting it, the collection is a great addition to Sony's PC catalog. At number 6 we have Choo-Choo Charles, an original and enjoyable horror game developed and published by 2-Star Games. The protagonist finds themselves on an island plagued by an evil train named Charles, and their objective is to defeat him and restore peace. To draw Charles out of hiding, the player must locate 3 powerful eggs and use various weapons to destroy him. The game offers a mix of silliness and simplicity, providing a few hours of entertaining escapism. Players can explore the island on foot or use their own locomotive, which can be upgraded, customized, and armed with weapons. While Charles rarely attacks while on foot, encountering him means a frantic attempt to survive, or shoot at him from the safety of the train. Throughout the island, players encounter non-playable characters who provide optional quests, rewarding them with scrap metal to upgrade their train or unlock new weapons. Charles's followers, who are relentless in their pursuit, populate the mines where the eggs are located. Engaging them without the train can be frustrating, so leading them back to the train is essential for eliminating them. The game's final quests involve strategic planning, such as setting up explosives on a bridge to maximize damage in the climactic battle against Charles. While the game can be completed relatively quickly, engaging in optional side missions and collecting additional scrap metal strengthens the train and weapons, ensuring better chances of success. Choo-Choo Charles is a light-hearted horror experience that doesn't take itself too seriously. Despite some visual limitations and repetitive nighttime settings, the game's appeal lies in the fun of operating the train and utilizing acquired resources to defeat Charles. Its short length and streaming-friendly nature make it a must-play for fans of quirky, scary, and cult-style games like Deadly Premonition. At number 5 we have Attack on Titan 2, a hack-and-slash action video game based on a popular manga and anime series. It serves as a sequel to the original game, Attack on Titan: Wings of Freedom. The game follows the story of the first 2 seasons of the anime, and allows players to experience fast-paced battles against giant titans using the omnidirectional mobility gear. Attack on Titan 2 improves on its predecessor, with an improved game interface, new gameplay mechanics, and more fluid movement. However, a significant portion of the game retells the events of Season 1, which may feel repetitive for those who played the first game. Cutscenes are abundant, and some are recycled from the previous installment, adding to the story but potentially testing players' patience. The game introduces a new element, where players create their own character called Our Man, and interact with the main cast. Building friendships with other characters through dialogue options unlocks abilities and buffs, which are essential for combat against the Titans. Attack on Titans 2 includes new modes, such as a Nether mode for missions outside of the main story, and Annihilation mode for competitive Titan-killing battles. The sequel also introduces stealth attacks, and a defensive maneuver called the Hook Drive. Visually, the game looks impressive. The cel-shaded animation brings the characters to life, and the soundtrack adds to the intensity and excitement of the game. While Attack on Titan 2 is an improvement over its predecessor, it can be tiresome for fans who have already played the first game, due to repetitive elements and lengthy cutscenes. However, for newcomers to the series, it serves as a good entry point with enough backstory and content to understand the world of Attack on Titan. At number 4 we have Sonic Frontiers, a highly enjoyable addition to the Sonic franchise that offers a unique blend of open-world exploration, puzzle solving, and fast-paced platforming. The game introduces the ability to freely roam in full 3D as Sonic, which is a true joy to control. The islands you explore are diverse and visually stunning, offering breathtaking views and a sense of wonder. The cyberspace stages, reminiscent of classic Sonic levels, are enhanced for the modern era. The story in Sonic Frontiers is surprisingly deep and engaging, with Sonic, Tails, and Amy investigating the Starfall Islands after Dr. Eggman's arrival triggers a series of events. The gameplay involves combat, environmental puzzles, and collecting items to unlock the Chaos Emeralds. Boss battles are epic and require skill and timing, while side quests and minigames add variety to the experience. The controls are responsive and well suited for both platforming and free roaming sections. The game's graphics are beautiful, although cutscene animations can be more polished. The music with its dramatic and atmospheric score complements the exploration and battles effectively. Sonic Frontiers offer a refreshing take on the Sonic franchise, combining open-world adventure with traditional platforming. It is a must-play for Sonic fans, and stands as one of the best Sonic games since the original trilogy. While some story elements may be less accessible to newcomers, the overall experience is highly rewarding. And number 3 we have Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERGRADE, a reimagined version of the iconic PlayStation 1 JRPG Final Fantasy VII. The game has received critical acclaim for its fantastic visuals, addictive combat, and solid narrative. It also includes additional content, such as a side story featuring the character Yuffie. The remake condenses the first major story arc of the original game into a single expanded arc known as the Midgard chapter. However, Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERGRADE goes beyond the Midgard portion and incorporates story elements from later in the original plot, resulting in a more well-rounded and satisfying experience. The game offers around 30 hours of gameplay, with the additional Yuffie content adding another 5 hours. The combat system in INTERGRADE is a real-time action combat that requires strategy and thoughtful decision-making. Players must utilize the Active Time Battle, or ATB meter, which fills up as they perform basic attacks and allows them to execute special attacks and magical spells. The game also features the Materia system, where players can customize their character's abilities and playstyles by equipping crystal orbs called Materia. INTERGRADE offers a variety of side activities, minigames, and challenges, providing additional content and opportunities for players to engage in the game world. The visuals of the game are impressive, with richly detailed assets and a studio-realistic style that brings the city of Midgard to life. However, there are some technical issues, including occasional stutters, frame rate drops, and texture pop-ins. Overall, Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERGRADE is praised as one of the best remakes in recent years, offering a fresh and engaging experience for both fans of the original game and newcomers alike. And number 2 we have Persona 5 Royal, a turn-based JRPG that offers a fresh and dynamic take on the genre. Developed by Atlus and published by Saga, it takes players on a thrilling adventure of teenage angst and mind heists in modern-day Tokyo. The game introduces a cast of characters known as the Phantom Thieves, who rebel against unjust adults in a world full of corruption. The gameplay features a mix of strategic combat and exploration. The combat system allows players to exploit enemy weaknesses, chain attacks, and unleash powerful team combinations. The game's dungeons are not mere corridors, but intricate environments with treasures to collect and secrets to uncover. Persona 5 Royal stands out with its stylish presentation and engaging storyline. The game tackles mature themes such as abuse of authority and societal pressures. It also delves into the complex emotional journeys of its characters, providing a relatable experience for players. The game's calendar system adds a sense of progression, with each day presenting different activities and interactions with friends. Building relationships with allies not only strengthens their abilities, but also offers emotional depth to the narrative. Despite its lengthy runtime of over 100 hours, Persona 5 Royal manages to keep players engaged with its inventive gameplay mechanics and compelling story. The game received critical acclaim for its slick presentation, satisfying combat, and memorable characters. It is considered a pinnacle of the turn-based JRPG genre, and a must-play for fans of the series and newcomers alike. And number 1 we have God of War, the PC port of the critically acclaimed PS4 game. You play as Kratos, the protagonist from the previous God of War games. Faye, your wife and mother of Atreus, has died, and her last wish was to have her ashes scattered on the highest peak in all of the realms. This request begins a journey that forces you and Atreus to work together to face the dangerous Norse wilds filled with beasts, monsters, and Nordic gods. Kratos is still haunted by his past as the ghost of Sparta, and his relationship with Atreus takes central space in this game's story. There is more heart in this game compared to the previous 3 entries and is very well paced.
Violence and combat are still present in this game, and it is satisfying as always seeing Kratos beat various creatures, Valkyries, and gods to death with his bare hands. Combat gets more complex over time, and chaining combos together is really satisfying. The game is quite linear, but with some off-beaten paths that are worth exploring for new armor, new runes for your weapon, or even currency. Like previous God of War games, there are plenty of epic moments, memorable characters, and a rich lore befitting the series, and it is definitely a journey you need to take.
Do you agree with this list? What other games are you buying in the 2023 Steam Summer Sale? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.